A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a significant escalation of U.S. military involvement in the Middle East, President Donald Trump has ordered airstrikes against Yemen's Iran-aligned Houthi rebels. This action, which marks Trump's first military engagement in the region since assuming office in January, has resulted in at least 31 fatalities and left up to 100 individuals injured, according to U.S. officials. The airstrikes, aimed at punishing the Houthis for their recent attacks on international shipping in the Red Sea, are expected to continue for several weeks. On Saturday, Trump issued a stark warning to Iran, the Houthis' primary backer, demanding an immediate cessation of support for the militant group. In a post on his Truth Social platform, Trump declared, "To all Houthi terrorists, your time is up, and your attacks must stop, starting today. If they don't, hell will rain down upon you like nothing you have ever seen before." This aggressive rhetoric underscores the heightened tensions in the region, as the Houthis have claimed their attacks are in solidarity with Palestinians and Hamas, who are also supported by Iran. The strikes were conducted by fighter aircraft from the USS Harry S. Truman, stationed in the Red Sea, and were described by U.S. Central Command as the beginning of a large-scale military operation across Yemen. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth reiterated the U.S. stance, stating, "Houthi attacks on American ships and aircraft, and our troops, will not be tolerated, and Iran, their benefactor, is on notice." The Houthis, who have controlled significant portions of Yemen for nearly a decade, are seen as pivotal players in Iran's so-called Axis of Resistance, a network of militant groups in the region aimed at countering U.S. and Israeli influence. While the Houthis have not faced significant setbacks during the ongoing conflict in Gaza, other members of this coalition, such as Hamas and Hezbollah, have suffered considerable losses. Reports indicate that the majority of those killed in the U.S. strikes were women and children, prompting the Houthi Health Ministry to label the attacks as a war crime. Anis al-Asbahi, a spokesperson for the ministry, reported the devastating impact of the strikes, which included bombings in Houthi strongholds and military sites across Yemen. Residents in the capital, Sana'a, described the explosions as violent and terrifying, with one local recounting how the blast shook the neighborhood like an earthquake. The strikes also targeted a power station in Dayan, a town known for being a meeting point for Houthi leadership. The Pentagon has noted that the Houthis have launched numerous attacks against U.S. warships and commercial vessels in recent years, with 174 assaults on military ships and 145 on civilian vessels reported since the beginning of 2023. In response to the airstrikes, Iran's Revolutionary Guards commander asserted that the Houthis operate independently and are capable of making their own strategic decisions. Major General Hossein Salami warned that Iran would retaliate decisively against any threats to its interests. This statement reflects the complex dynamics at play, as U.S. officials consider whether military action might extend to Iran itself, particularly under pressure from allies such as Israel. The U.S. military's renewed aggression toward the Houthis comes after a period of relative restraint under the Biden administration, which had focused on diminishing the Houthis' capabilities while avoiding direct military engagement. The recent airstrikes are part of a broader strategy to address Iran's influence in the region, as Washington continues to impose sanctions and seek negotiations regarding Tehran's nuclear program. As the situation unfolds, regional observers are closely monitoring the potential for escalation between the U.S. and Iran, especially following Trump's recent outreach to Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, proposing talks over the nuclear issue. Khamenei has since rejected any negotiations with the U.S., further complicating the diplomatic landscape. With the Houthis vowing to resume attacks on Israeli shipping in response to the strikes, the potential for further conflict looms large. The situation remains fluid, and the coming days will likely see continued military activity and heightened tensions in the region. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.